Kindness, this single word holds the deepest light of humanity, illuminating even the darkest depths. It is not an ornament, not a philosophical theory. It is the spontaneous pulse of the heart that can transform darkness into light in a single moment. Kindness is that invisible thread that binds two unfamiliar hearts together, as if two distant stars merge in the same sky. Imagine a small candle ignites in the night's darkness. The light is faint, but enough to make the surrounding shadows tremble, as if darkness itself retreats in fear. Similarly, a warm smile, a loving touch, a simple, "Are you okay?" These ordinary gestures pour a fountain of light into a person's heart, turning a barren desert into a lush garden. When a child first lays its head on its mother's lap and cries, it learns the first lesson of kindness, one that builds the foundation of its life. An elderly person standing alone by the roadside, their eyes reflecting the world's loneliness. A helping hand is not just aid, but a spark of hope, as if their lost youth returns. Kindness is not merely an action, it is a feeling that perceives another's pain as one's own, as if two hearts beat in the same rhythm. It is the deepest form of empathy, transcending boundaries, languages, or cultures. In the mechanical rhythm of modern life, we often forget that the human heart still sings that ancient melody, the one that warmed each other by lighting fires in prehistoric caves. We rush, but where to? Chasing success, money, power. But where is the peace of the heart? Kindness is the key to that peace, unlocking inner happiness. The ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle said, "Kindness is the virtue that brings humans closest to the divine." Modern neuroscience supports this. Kindness activates the prefrontal cortex, linked to decision-making and happiness. In this essay, we embark on a journey into the deep ocean of kindness, feeling every pulse in its waves, every drop of its light. We will see how a small act can change an entire life, how a smile can dispel clouds of sorrow, and why kindness is not just a virtue. It is the core pillar of humanity's existence. We will explore its personal, social, scientific, and practical dimensions, so every reader can awaken this power in their own life. The transformative power of a single moment, a fleeting moment, where the world pauses as if time itself holds its breath. Imagine a young man by the roadside, tears in his eyes, clutching a torn letter. He may have lost his job, a loved one, or is drowning in life's meaninglessness. Suddenly you pass by. You stop and say, "Do you need any help?" He looks up in surprise. For the first time, a spark of hope lights his eyes, as if a star rises in his dark life. That one question can alter his life's path. Perhaps he will fight anew. Or imagine a child, mocked by friends at school, returning home to cry alone, a scar etched on their small heart. The mother comes, strokes their head, and says, "You are my bravest child." That single sentence plants the seed of confidence, bearing fruit for years. Another example, a blind person crossing the street, you take their hand and guide them. They say, "Thank you. Today I saw the world again." These small acts are magic, not just for the receiver, but the giver, as if a flower blooms in their own soul. When you help someone, a flood of endorphins surges in your brain. Scientists call it the helper's high, a natural euphoria. Oxford research shows that helping others reduces cortisol, stress hormone, by 25%, and depression risk by 30%. Even more astonishing, those who regularly practice kindness have a 42% lower risk of heart disease. Harvard's long-term grant study found that those who build social bonds through kindness live up to 10 years longer. A true story. In 2018, at a Canadian coffee shop drive-through, one customer paid for the car behind them. That day, 228 customers paid it forward, a chain of kindness lasting 3 hours. Another, in 2022, an Indian farmer donated part of his last harvest to a neighbor during a disaster. The entire village united to create a relief fund, saving hundreds of families. This is kindness's power, a small spark igniting a forest fire, illuminating individual lives and warming entire communities. At a personal level, kindness is a tool for self-improvement. It dispels negative thoughts and boosts self-esteem. Keep a journal of daily kind acts. You'll notice your inner peace grow. Kindness as society's binding force. Kindness is the glue that connects people, like a vast web holding society together. In a family where I love you is said daily, children grow confident, empathy blooming within them. Research shows that children receiving daily affection from their mother have a smaller amygdala, fear center, meaning they fear less in life and take more risks for success. In workplaces, kindness yields wonders. Google's Project Aristotle found psychological safety most critical in top teams, where members fear no judgment for failure. A leader saying, "We made a mistake, but we'll fix it together," sparks innovation. Productivity rises 20%. Microsoft research shows kind leadership increases employee retention by 50%. History abounds with kindness. When Mother Teresa lifted a dying person from Kolkata's streets, not just one life was saved, the world learned humanity's lesson. Mahatma Gandhi said, "Kindness is truth's weapon." His nonviolence movement united millions through kindness. In modern times, the Pay It Forward movement, doing something for a stranger who then does it for 3 others. During 2020's pandemic, millions joined, distributing food, medicine, masks. Another example, in 2023's Turkey earthquake, a global wave of kindness, billions in aid, volunteer teams. Kindness is contagious. One study found witnessing kindness increases your likelihood of acting kindly by 300%. Yale research shows higher community kindness reduces crime by 15%. It's a positive virus, healing the world when spread, like flowers attracting bees in a garden. Kindness in society builds trust, cooperation, and peace. The modern world's distance and kindness's absence. We live in a world where 70,000 Google searches happen every second, yet there's no time to speak with a neighbor. Phone notifications wake us, but we ignore the heart's call. We like thousands of posts, but forget to look someone in the eye and say thank you. Social media connects us yet isolates, like a glass wall, visible but untouchable. The causes run deep: fast-paced life, competition, consumerism. We measure success in money, forgetting relationships. The consequences are dire. WHO reports 264 million people suffer depression globally. In America, 20% of adults say they have no close friends. Children grow before screens, losing the habit of resting on a shoulder, leading to rising bullying and suicide rates. In India, urban loneliness is an epidemic. Millions of youth battle stress. The fallout, societal division, crime, war. But hope exists. In 2021, a New Zealand school launched a kindness curriculum. Students perform one kind act daily. Result? Bullying dropped 65%. Student happiness rose 48%. Singapore's kindness movement unites communities. Losing kindness means losing humanity. Regaining it with a smile, a touch, a "you are not alone" restores our lost world. Arm yourself with kindness to overcome challenges. The scientific proof of kindness. Kindness is not just the heart's language. It's scientifically proven, like a medicine with no side effects. Helping someone releases oxytocin, the love hormone. It lowers blood pressure, reduces inflammation, even boosts cancer resistance. One study found higher oxytocin levels cut heart attack risk by 30%. Stanford research shows performing 5 kind acts weekly increases life satisfaction by 42%. Volunteers live 7 years longer on average. University of California studies show kindness strengthens the immune system, reducing cold risk by 20%. Psychologically, kindness creates the paradox of generosity. The more you give, the fuller you feel. Positive psychology pioneer Martin Seligman calls kindness one of happiness's 3 pillars. It reduces PTSD and anxiety. A meta-analysis, 100 plus studies, found kindness improves mental health by 25%. It's a spiritual investment with eternal returns, both physical and mental. Practical ways to cultivate kindness. Kindness requires no grand gesture. It's a habit growing from small beginnings. Start today, step by step, morning routine. Before leaving bed, silently affirm, "Today I will do something for someone." It sets the day's tone. With family, tell one person daily, "You are so important in my life." Read kindness stories to children. At work, bring coffee for a colleague or say, "Your work was outstanding." Listen to others in meetings. On the street, offer your bus seat to the elderly. Let someone ahead in line guide a stranger. Online, replace negative comments with positive ones. Share kindness stories for yourself. Keep a kindness diary. Note what you did for whom. It boosts self-appreciation. Extra tips. Pet an animal, plant a tree, donate a little. Use apps like Random Acts of Kindness, 21-day challenge. Perform 3 kind acts daily. One for yourself, one for someone known, one for a stranger. After 21 days, your life will transform. It becomes habit. 60-day advanced challenge. Start a community project like a neighbor help group. The infinite power of kindness. Kindness is a seed you planted today, and tomorrow the world rests in its shade, like a banyan tree offering refuge for centuries. It is a song. One voice sings, resonating in millions of hearts, like a symphony uniting the world. It is a light, starting from one candle, illuminating the ocean of darkness, like a sunrise heralding a new day. Kindness is infinite because it is boundless. The more you give, the more it grows. It is revolution's seed, spreading silently. History shows kind societies endure, like ancient India's tradition of giving. In the modern world, kindness fights climate change and inequality. Start today. Give a smile. Offer help. Say thank you. Watch your world slowly transform like water flowing into a dry riverbed. Because kindness is not just an act, it is a revolution, a silent revolution, spreading heart to heart, uniting all humanity. Be kind, not for yourself, but for all of us. Be kind, because it is the only way to save the world. Be kind, because it will light your heart forever.